DOPE stands for Developing Opportunities for Personal Empowerment. Contributing to the inspiration and education of current and future leaders in the cannabis industry on the main stage here at the Lightning Talk at the Leadership Summit last year was one of the dopest experiences I have ever had. And so here at the summit, as well as at our signature networking events in Chicago, you can feel the passion in the room. I mean, the energy is just charged with excitement about the cannabis industry. People who are new to the industry, they're looking for ways to get involved, while people who are already in the industry are looking for ways to further the cannabis cause. So no matter where you are on this spectrum, telling your canna story can be an empowering and enlightening experience for both the speaker and the audience. Now, so if you're sitting here and you're listening to the speakers during the lightning talks or in the breakout sessions during the summit, if you're thinking to yourself, is my story worth sharing? Does anyone want to hear what I have to say? Or can I do that? Listen, I'm here to tell you, yes, it is, yes, we do, and yes, you can. So I'm going to give you 3 tips for sharing your canna story. And I have to warn you, I'm a teacher, and I do expect people to start writing when I start talking. So 3 tips. Here we go, okay? The first step is that you want to choose a relevant topic. Listen, the mark of a good storyteller or an effective presenter is their ability to connect with the audience. The challenge, though, is to make the audience care about the things that the speaker cares about. So, for example, as I was prepping for this particular talk, I had to think about who you are and what you would want or expect or need to hear from me. And I gotta tell you, y'all should be tired because you've been running through my mind for a few weeks now, okay? I had to give careful consideration to what my experiences as an African-American woman, mother, wife, and entrepreneur from Chicago, how that would be relevant to those of you who may not fit in any of those categories. But see, when I peel back those labels, I find that we're a lot more alike than we are different. Everybody pretty much wants the same things. We want health and safety for our loved ones. We want financial stability and security. We want to have a sense of belonging. We want to feel like we're being seen and we're being heard. We want to feel like our voice, our presence in this world, damn it, our very lives matter. We just want to feel like we matter. And being here means something to somebody besides myself. So when we focus on those universal needs, you can develop a message that will touch the hearts and change the minds of the people in your audience. Next, you'll want to identify a real message and a clear purpose. So initially, I proposed this topic for a 45-minute breakout session, but I was asked to present it as a 7-minute lightning talk. The goal for me was to determine what is the most effective message that I can deliver in the amount of time that I have. How can I use my story to empower and inspire this audience to tell their story in about 7 minutes? So having a clear takeaway, a specific intended purpose for telling your story keeps you on track, and it makes your presentation more presentable to your audience. Finally, you should be a relatable speaker. Audiences receive messages and they learn more from speakers that they can relate to. And everything from your tone of voice, your gestures, right, your fashion sense, or lack thereof, either fosters or hinders the audience's ability to relate to you. And so the key, again, is to make the audience feel like you're talking to them rather than reading to them or talking at them in a large auditorium. You want it to feel like a small group conversation versus a large group presentation. Polished and professional is nice, but if you're too polished or too professional, you might be seen as inauthentic or disingenuous. You just want to keep it real. Listen, the beauty of the cannabis plant lies in its ability to help and heal a diverse number of illnesses and a diverse number of conditions for a diverse group of people. Likewise, the strength of the cannabis industry lies in the multifaceted and multidimensional stories told by the multicultural people in it. So whether it's one of the hundreds of cannabis conferences scheduled each year, or speaking at a signature networking event, the industry needs you to stand in your personal power and share your personal truth through your canna story. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, thank you.